Diddy is already in deep trouble, but now pictures from inside his infamous parties have surfaced revealing dark scenes of debauchery and women being objectified. The role of Christina Korum has also come into the spotlight along with shocking new allegations human sacrifices and bizarre rituals are now part of the accusations. With so much new information and disturbing visuals, let's look into what truly happened behind closed doors. That is coming to the spotlight what goes inside Diddy's secret party. Shy Diddy Combs has long been a prominent figure in the music industry, celebrated for his success as a hip-hop mogul and cultural influencer. However, recent allegations surrounding his freak-off parties have cast a shadow over his legacy, revealing a disturbing underbelly to his glamorous persona. These events, known for their allure, are now subject to intense scrutiny, as accounts from former attendees and insiders emerge. Diddy's white parties were held annually from 1998 to 2009. Attendees were often required to don all white attire, setting a glamorous stage for what many believe to be exclusive gatherings of the rich and famous. At these parties, models clad in revealing bikinis roam the premises and Kirk vodka flowed freely. Diddy himself was often the center of attention at these series. At the 2007 party in East Hampton, he made a grand entrance, emerging from the balcony of his mansion and declaring, "We about to turn it up." He encouraged guests to indulge in his Chirac vodka, playfully promoting it with enthusiasm. "Taste it, you'll love it for real," he proclaimed, setting the tone for a night filled with revelry. As reported by entertainment photojournalist Selma Fona, who attended multiple events, the atmosphere was charged with an air of reckless abandon. Once it got darker, people felt a little bit more comfortable, she noted, recalling how guests began to hook up and make out as the night progressed. This ride, however, often masked deeper, more troubling currents running beneath the surface. One particular incident at a 2009 party in Los Angeles involved actor Ashton Kutcher, who at the height of his fame entertained guests by swinging across the pool. While such antics might seem harmless or even fun, they represent a facade overlaid on a party culture that some insiders claim became increasingly lawless as the night wore on. Fona recalled a distinct lack of safety after a certain hour, where guests seemed to lose themselves in a haze of alcohol and drugs. People were high on weed and ecstasy, she stated, although she emphasized that she never witnessed Diddy himself engaging in drug use. The parties became synonymous with a kind of excess that often spiraled out of control. Dr. LaJoyce Brookshire, a former publicity director for Clive Davis's Arista Records, expressed her discomfort, saying, "My spidey senses were always on high alert, and I know that there's no safety after a certain hour when you got drinks flowing and people behind your back doing drugs in bathrooms and 2 or 3 people walking out of a bathroom together. So could there potentially be? Absolutely. Did I see it? No, I never stayed at the party late enough to see." She recounted her intuitive awareness of the danger lurking in the shadows of Diddy celebrations. The darker aspects of Diddy's parties came to light during his recent indictment. Prosecutors alleged that the freak-offs, separate from the white parties, involved orchestrated sexual performances in which Diddy arranged, directed, masturbated during, and often electronically recorded to fulfill his sexual desires. According to the indictment, Diddy used these recordings as a form of blackmail, holding them over the heads of those involved as a means of control. Witnesses also described scenes where women were coerced into participating in these acts, sometimes under the threat of violence. The chilling notion that these gatherings, cloaked in glamour, were actually fronts for exploitation has shocked the entertainment industry. Reports suggest that while Diddy himself reportedly abstained from drug use, many guests were seen under the influence of various substances. In one instance, Diddy was spotted dining next to a naked woman. The table in front of him featured a woman lying there, unclothed, adorned with grapes and flowers, making her the focal point of the lavish spread. Allegations have surfaced indicating that Diddy's gatherings orchestrated events that included the hiring of sex workers and the use of hidden cameras. These claims suggest a deliberate effort to create a spectacle that could be recorded and potentially exploited later. Perhaps the most troubling revelations come from reports of underage girls being present at these events. These claims have sparked outrage and concern, with former attendees recalling seeing young individuals who did not appear to be of legal age mingling with adult guests. Another disturbing element of the freak-off events is the alleged practice of providing IV fluids to attendees recovering from excessive substance use. Reports indicated that some individuals left the parties in critical condition due to dehydration and other complications stemming from drug use. Witnesses described the atmosphere as one where personal safety and health were overlooked in favor of continued indulgence and excess, adding another layer of complexity to the allegations is the suggestion that Diddy monitored activities during these parties remotely. A police source revealed to the New York Post that an officer monitored the parties from a separate room. He could also view everything remotely on his phone and stream it to a TV in another area of the house. He didn't need to be present during the sexual activities, although he often was. Diddy's reported preference for high-profile guests like Leonardo DiCaprio further complicates the narrative, suggesting that the parties were not only designed for enjoyment but also served as networking opportunities for those within the entertainment industry. But that's not all. Jaguar Wright has leveled some serious allegations against Diddy, claiming that the music mogul sold a controversial party video for a staggering $500 million on the dark web. In her remarks, Wright stated that the footage allegedly features several A-list celebrities. The last freak-off tape that just got sold on the darknet, which I monitored, went for $500 million. She said she suggested that Diddy sold the video out of financial desperation, referencing an incident in Calabasas, where the footage supposed captured questionable behavior. Wright also touched on the use of dark coin as a method for trading these videos on the dark web, claiming most people don't even know that the dark coin exists, but that's how they're trading for all of the flesh they sell. While her allegations have sparked interest, many fans and commentators are skeptical of Wright's credibility. In light of these serious allegations, Diddy has publicly denied all claims made against him, asserting his innocence and pleading not guilty in court. His legal team has challenged the credibility of the accounts presented, arguing that many allegations are exaggerated or unfounded. However, the volume of testimonies and the consistency of themes related to exploitation and lack of accountability continue to raise questions about the truth behind these events. Role of Diddy's chief of staff in sex trafficking. Christina Coram was once celebrated as Sean Diddy Combs' right-hand woman, and now she has come under intense scrutiny amid federal charges against the hip-hop mogul. Allegations have surfaced that, like and Coram to Ghislaine Maxwell, the infamous associate of convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein, as Combs faces serious accusations of sex trafficking, racketeering, and transporting individuals for prostitution. The spotlight is now on Coram's alleged role in orchestrating a disturbing web of illicit activities within Combs' inner circle. During the 13 months that Rodney Jones, also known as Lil Rod, lived and traveled with Combs, he witnessed a series of alarming behaviors that led to claims against Coram. Jones alleges that he saw Combs display and distribute firearms from his bedroom closets in Miami and Los Angeles to questionable individuals clad in black. This disturbing environment painted a picture of a man surrounded by violence and lawlessness, with Coram at the center of it all. Jones claims that she was responsible for maintaining a system that kept Combs high through the use of gummies and pills. Coram reportedly required all domestic employees, from the butler to the chef and housekeepers, to carry around pouches or fanny packs filled with an array of drugs. These substances included cocaine, GHB, ecstasy, marijuana gummies with potencies ranging from 100 to 250 mg, and 2C, a pink drug that is a combination of ecstasy and cocaine. This dangerous arrangement highlights not only the depravity of the environment but also Coram's alleged complicity in ensuring that Combs had immediate access to his drug of choice. The allegations escalate as Jones contends that Coram ordered sex workers and prostitutes for Combs, directly facilitating his access to the dark underbelly of the entertainment industry. Jones claims that she was instrumental in organizing and executing a racketeer influence and corrupt organizations act enterprise, which was characterized by the recruitment of individuals to serve Combs' depraved desires. Specific individuals mentioned as allegations include Stevie J, who is said to recruit sex workers and participate in freak-offs, events characterized by debauchery and drug use. As the chief of staff, Coram is accused of having significant control over the operations of this RICO enterprise. According to Jones, she oversaw tasks executed by various individuals in Combs' inner circle. For instance, Justin Combs, Diddy's son, allegedly solicited prostitutes and underage girls, while Brendan Paul is claimed to have acted as mule, acquiring and distributing drugs and firearms on behalf of Combs. Furthermore, a vice president at Combs Global is accused of handling the finances related to these operations, while Maybound allegedly hired sex workers and attended the infamous freak-offs. The network that Coram allegedly helped orchestrate relied heavily on intimidation and violence. Jones alleges that Combs funded and maintained relationships with local gangs and gang leaders who frequented his homes in Los Angeles and Miami to secure drugs and firearms. These ties to organized crime demonstrate at the dangerous environment in which Coram and Combs operated, where threats of violence were commonplace. According to Jones, he was subjected to terrifying threats, including instances where individuals boasted about their power over law enforcement and bragged about violent acts, including murder and witness tampering. The legal proceedings surrounding Combs have further intensified scrutiny on Coram. She has not been arrested or charged with any crime, but her name has surfaced in relation to the federal indictment against Combs. The indictment alleges
This morning, watch how federal agents took Sean Diddy Combs into custody. He's seen in this video entering the Park Hyatt Hotel in Midtown Manhattan with others when agents from Homeland Security Investigations approach and separate him. They place Combs under arrest and lead him out the front door in handcuffs. His lawyer said Combs had come to New York 2 weeks earlier with the intention of turning himself in. He did not expect the agents to be waiting at his hotel last Monday night.
It's craziness, man. And you know what's so crazy is, bro, that all these stories has been around the industry for a long time. All these industry people know that Diddy been acting like this and doing this. And yo, it's a lot of stories that goes around in this industry about not just him, other people. Jimmy Iovine. Ain't nobody talking about Jimmy Iovine. He got charges and everything on him. But he got those publicists that's keeping it out off of CNN. It's keeping it off the major news reports. Nobody's talking about that. This is something that goes on, man, that they're gonna push up under the rug, and a few years later, Bad Boy 5, 6, 7, 8 will be out. Man. And you know what's so crazy is, bro, that all these stories has been around the industry for a long time. All these industry people know that Diddy been acting like this and doing this. Yo, man, I should have he told me he should have saw this coming with Cassie.
He looking around like, damn, like, a lot of guys kissing each other in here, man. You feel me? What y'all do is y'all business.
So you've been to a party and seen this?
Oh, I've seen it firsthand, multiple times.
Man.
I've seen Dwight Howard in a pink dress, bro.
What?
I've seen Dwight Howard in a pink dress with two other trans ladies in dresses. They all the same height at a Diddy party.
Oh.
Ask about Dwight Howard in Mexico.
What's up with Dwight Howard in Mexico?
You know, they don't got paparazzi out there like that. You feel me? They was down there hooping. He going to the club with these same trans ladies.
Some dudes belong in jail based on what they do and how they do it. We know that to be true. And it's just this situation, man, when they get down to all the facts and all what happened, he may belong in jail, bruh. And that's not my doing. That's not Cassie doing. That's his doing and his learned behavior from the people that mentored him. You got to realize, man, he learned from Andre Harrell. He learned from Russell Simmons. He learned from Clyde Davis. You understand? When those people are telling you that they were heavy into the drugs, they was heavy into beating women and doing things at that age, at that crazy stage, that's going to make him think that he could get away with the same thing that they was getting away with back then. You understand? The things that he was saying, you know, the touchy-feely.
Sex trafficking, interstate transportation for... The indictment alleges that between at least 2008 and the present, Combs threatened and coerced victims to fulfill his desires, protect his reputation, and conceal.
Aubrey O'Day isn't holding back her thoughts on Sean Diddy Combs' bombshell legal troubles. Aubrey noted in a social media post that she feels hope that Diddy's case marks a long-awaited turning point, writing, "The purpose of justice is to provide an ending and allow us the space to create a new chapter. Women never get this. I feel validated. Today is a win for women all over the world, not just me. Things are finally changing."
Music mogul Sean Diddy Combs has been arrested in a Manhattan hotel this evening after a grand jury indicted the music mogul. Combs had been living there for several weeks. A person with knowledge of the investigation told NBC News the arrest was based on a sealed indictment brought by the Southern District of New York. His attorney tells CNN that he is currently being processed. The charges are unclear as of this moment.
Diddy party stories, they're our favorite genre of anecdote, if you have one, yeah.
Wow. Okay, I've got a lot I can't tell. So, can't tell that one either. I mean, I'm like actually cycling through them.
Feel like, well, we still have some time to go. You know, I can blow it here.
Okay.
What are you doing? Just having a little drink before my car picks me up. Where are you going? I'm going to go to join Diddy. He's doing that. Rick Ross is doing a little concert this afternoon. Really? Honestly, they get bigger. No, I just lifted this bra up. It's like night and day. I need to have my boobs sitting up at this level at all times. They were like down to here. That's life-changing. Life-changing, but it gives me back fat. Gotta pick or choose your battles. That's what I learned in my life. Yeah. So why do you care to go to this? Because I was invited and I think it would be fun. When are you gonna act your own age? This like rap crew, like Rick Ross and Diddy. Do you think this is like your crowd? I know a thing or two about rap music. Who is the boss? Me? No.
I'm gonna inspire. When I had nothing in me to give. Like, I let one human being make me so low that like I didn't even remember who I was. I was scared to get in the studio. Like I didn't believe in myself. All of a sudden in Miami, I started catching a vibe as soon as I went to Miami. Like as soon as I changed locations, started catching a vibe. And then one day I got the vibe, it's time to go to New York. And you were there and you saw what was happening and it started being incredible. Coco Chanel, Miami, Good Form. All of those things just started as mumbles in the studio in New York.
The first time you met Justin Bieber, this kid comes up to you. He's not Justin Bieber yet. He's just some kid. And he says, I want to sing for you.
It was at the studio of Jermaine Dupri's. I said, why don't you set up a meeting between me and your manager? I'd love to meet with you and do this in a formal setting. I'm late for an appointment with Jermaine Dupri.
Right.
And I don't want to keep him waiting. Let's just do this the right way.
And then you have him come to audition for you, right?
Actually, there were a few people. My wife at the time.
Right.
It also was Perry Reed, L.A. Reid's first wife.
You were all sitting in a room somewhere.
We were in a room.
Yeah.
And I showed her the video. And Perry says, are you crazy? You better get down there and meet this kid right now. He's amazing.
When all these dick pics come out and all this stuff with Bieber's, are you the mastermind behind that? Say, listen, show off your big penis and people will come to those concerts. Or are you sitting there?
Is that the kind of manager he's doing?
Usher, are you sitting down with him and saying, yeah, or leave it in your pants? I mean, do you sit him down and say, look, part of this is PR, man.
By the way, he does have a brain of his own.
Yeah, but were you shocked at the size of his penis?
Hey, listen, he has a mind of his own. What he chose to do with this is his prerogative. He's managing that aspect of his life.
But Usher, is somebody...
I have nothing to do with Justin Bieber's private parts, man. Come on.
Say it. I've been to a couple Diddy parties. Now, I'm risking a lot by saying this. I've been to lots of parties. I've been to Jamie Foxx. I've been with Snoop, T.I. Like, I've been to lots of places. What I will say is that one particular party, lots of big names. There was an artist there who said, hey, Lecrae, around 1 a.m., make sure you're not here. And I was like, what? You just don't want to be here at 1 a.m. And I was like, now my pride kicked in like, yo, you don't know me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can handle myself. Like, I'm not some little church boy who ain't never seen nothing. Like, I'm good. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what you talking about? Well, it's probably 12:30. I'm downstairs. I go downstairs to the studio. I come up out the studio and I'm headed back upstairs to like the main area where everyone's kind of congregating and hanging out. And the music changed. It was like really hard and heavy at first. And then, like jam and dancing music. And it was a little softer. It was a little more sensual when I came out the studio and started going upstairs. And on my way upstairs, there's like this couch. And on the couch, I saw a couple of guys really going at it hard and heavy. And, man, and I was like, oh, my brain, I'm thinking, well, this celebrity party, people do what they do. As I started moving upstairs, I passed them up and I noticed that it wasn't just those two guys. It was more and more people just going at it. I was like, okay, it's time for me to roll. I'm going to grab my stuff and I'm going to get up out of here. I did not know that's how this went down. So was that shocking? Absolutely. Was I forced or coerced into anything? I was not. But why they felt that comfortable, I don't know. Maybe the invite list, they was like, yeah, all these people. I don't know. I'm shocked.
What crazy is, bro, that all these stories has been around the industry for a long time. All these industry people know that Diddy been acting like this, and in the studio, he said, yo, I'm gonna drug their ass off and pick them up and pip them out to my
50 posting a sweet picture of him and Drew on Instagram, but the caption tells a different story.
I have a lot of fun.
Here I am keeping good company with the Drew Barrymore show, and I don't have 1,000 bottles of lube at the house.
Tupac and Biggie. I think both of these dudes were assassinated in some kind of way. More Biggie than Tupac. I think Tupac might got killed by a dude that they, had an incident with earlier that day. But Biggie's just seems a little
JFK.
Governmental to me.
Yo, man, he told me he should have saw this coming with Cassie and the way he treated women when he slapped his mother. And I was like, he did what?
Yo, I did it. Told him he wanted receipts. Let's start with your mother, nigga. Your mother got the receipts. Everything is in your mother's name. That's the one who got the receipt.
Cassie, I will advocate for you. Because, see, I know something that a lot of people don't know. I know that you and Kim Porter had a sit down right before she left us.
I decided to do the book because I'm not a rapper, obviously, or anything like that. But I've been in the business and been around the business.
Kiala, about Sean Puffy Combs, a.k.a. Diddy, spinning. I mean, this guy is a master promoter, okay? And the allegation is that Combs aided and abetted his son in this attack.
This is incredibly disturbing footage, so I do want to warn our viewers, as you did. But as you said, Cassie's lawsuit, which was filed in November of 2023 and then was quickly settled overnight, it did open the floodgates. But in that complaint, Jake, she details an incident that she alleged happened in March of 2016 at a hotel in Los Angeles, physically assaulting Diddy. Now our team in the LA Bureau, we have got our hands on that surveillance footage, and it appears to corroborate Cassie's claims identically.
Made a bail appeal to Judge Carter. It did not go our way. The fight continues. We're not giving up by a long shot. I told Mr. Combs I'm going to try and get his case to trial as quickly as possible. I'm going to try and minimize the amount of time he spends in very, very difficult and I believe inhumane housing conditions in the special housing unit of the Metropolitan Detention Facility.
Your parties are the hottest ticket around.
They won't even give me a permit for the parties, man. They don't want me to throw the parties no more. But we ain't gonna stop. We gonna keep on having fun, bringing people together from all walks of life. You're gonna hear about my parties. They're gonna be shutting them down. They're gonna probably be arresting me, doing all types of crazy things just because we want to have a good time. Whenever you bring up a different element into people's environment, things that broaden people's horizons, people get intimidated. There's a lot of people out there that feel intimidated by it. It ain't nothing but breaking down racial barriers, breaking down generation barriers. People from all walks of life. Ron Perlman talking to Jay-Z. Jay-Z talking to, you know what I'm saying? It just goes on.
Hey, speaking of
This
love,
is love.
I saw a guy on the internet the other day who said he used to be your security guard, who said that when you were dating J-Lo, Will Smith and Jada tried to pick her up on a threesome and you were going to beat up Will Smith. Is that true?
Yo, this show has gotten crazier since the last time I was here. No,
it's all about love, though. That's not true.
You really heard that? Nah.
What? Yeah, I watched it on the internet. You're telling me I can't believe everything I read?
What? I don't know what you're talking about. Jimmy, I thought we was friends. Where did this?
See you always gallivanting around to all these trips that Kim and I aren't invited on.
You wouldn't pick up for the weekend and leave your kids? You don't have help on the weekends.
I'm not saying I want to go.
Oh,
So who was with you this weekend?
A bunch of my friends.
Diddy, Quincy, Justin Bieber.
So far, so
French
good.
Montana.
Do you even know half the people you're naming?
No.
Are you drinking, Chloe? No. You have to get these margaritas out of here. Why aren't you drinking? Yeah, but
last night. She didn't go to bed. I haven't been to bed yet.
you haven't. I want to be Chloe when I grow up, Court.
Oh, you're just so little. Like
My balls are just going.
I got on a plane at 5:30 a.m. Go this party. I think half of the people there were butt naked. You would have loved it.
Young and being in the industry and not knowing where to turn, and everyone, telling me they love me and, just turn their back on you in a second. So if she ever needs me, I'm going to be here for her. But yeah, just protecting those moments because people take for granted encounters, and I just want to protect her, I don't want her to go through anything I went through. I don't wish that upon anybody. Yeah, if she ever needs me, I'm just a call away.
LeBron James comments on P. Diddy getting arrested and basically saying that he had a weird feeling today was the day the feds will actually catch up to Diddy. I guess we can all confirm that LeBron James was the anonymous tipster that gave up. No. Yo, I'm gonna keep it a glass of water, y'all. This is nasty, but y'all remember before a couple months ago that we saw that LeBron James was saying, ain't no party like a Diddy party. Some people will say that LeBron James should go to jail. Chill out, y'all, alright? We all know that this is a troll post. Well, it is actually true that P. Diddy did go to jail, though. But about LeBron James' whole situation is crazy, and that's lies. But it's still funny just to see that. Really, y'all let me know how y'all feel about the whole P. Diddy situation and LeBron James. But you, Ray Snow, what's up? I'm not.
Beginning, like the first 3.5 years, he was, the first 3-4 months, he was really nice. But then after that, he started being an asshole.
A new civil lawsuit claims Sean Diddy Combs repeatedly passed off dancer and adult film actress Adria English to be by partygoers during events at his New York and Miami houses between 2006 and 2009.
Puppy's like
Oh shit, man. What'd he say?
To describe Puppy in one word is it's jaw saw. Worse, way worse.
Wow. Oh, you kidding me, yo?
Like penetration pictures and
Nah.
We're actually the first ones here with about 30 different law enforcement vehicles at least. There are 3 Bearcats on scene here. This just all unfolded, Sandra. I was actually the first ones here with about 30 different law enforcement vehicles at least. There are 3 Bearcats on scene here. This just all unfolded, Sandra, I would say.
What they're looking for, because it was going on the premises of sex, they're looking for pictures of girls that may appear to be underage.
And yet nobody said, but did he get arrested finally and get the book ready to be thrown at his very, very, very dancing feet? They're going to be his feet with that law book.
It truly is about the Benjamin, as we see.
Oh, yes, he's literally.
It truly is about the Benjamin.
Yeah. Well, now, when we come back, we're going to talk more with Puffy, and if you want to hang out, more than welcome to stick around, my brother. All right? We'll be right back with more right after this.
And that Nikki recorded that at the freak off in the Calabasas. She been waiting to drop that shit on Meek.
Arrest of a former SU basketball walk-on player, Brendan Paul, who's part, police say, of a significant investigation of rap mogul Sean P. Diddy Combs. Paul is accused in court documents of being Combs' drug mule.
So do you think Puffy was involved in the shooting?
Only they can answer that question. I have my own opinion, but I wouldn't slander their name like they did mine. I wouldn't say things that I knew, you know what I mean? I believe so. I do believe so. I have proved things that I could say that will back up my claim, but this is not for the world to know about. You know what I mean? It's between me and him, and only he knows. So every time he say it didn't happen, or that's the only thing that makes this become an issue to everybody. Because you seen what I said in the Vibe article. I basically bowed out and was gonna go ahead about my life. The next issue, that wasn't even the next issue, because them cowards waited about 4 issues before they got their story together. 4 issues later, half of New York is commenting on me shot. And before, they was all like, we didn't see nothing. In the first issue, read it, Vibe viewers. Nobody seen it. The 4th issue, when they came back with a reply, everybody knew what I did. They knew what I said. I was acting. Who gets shot 5 times and acts? Oh, I didn't get shot 5 times in their vision. I only got shot once because they found the bullet. The police found it, but now they the cops. Now they doing detective work. They found the bullet. Oh, you found the bullet, huh? So what is this other shit in me then? What was the doctors talking about? What? Can you explain these other holes in me? How'd I get gunpowder all over me? That insulted my intelligence. So yes, I did say Thug Life was there. Yes, I bowed out, all of that. But when they said that, they breathed new life in me. And Thug Life not only became a rap group, but it became a way of life for life for me. Because they disrespected me, my name, my family, what I had been through. They said that I couldn't be in pain. I could not feel. I could not be heard.
Is there still a beef going on with you and Biggie?
It was never a beef. It's only a difference in opinion. To me, if I like my homeboy Sugar gave me the best advice I could ever get from anybody. He said, when people ask him if he's beefing with Bad Boy, with Puffy, he says like me going to a playground and picking on a little kid. That's like me being mad at my little brother because he getting cash now. No, I'm not mad at that. I'm just mad at my little brother when he don't respect me. Now, when you don't respect me, I'm gonna spank your ass. I don't give a bitch you got on the block. I'm your big
for them. It's not so cool when you start to own things. You see what I'm saying? So I made a lot of money with them too. Like, there's a point they did a deal that mirrored what Puffy's deal with Diageo was for Ciroc. So he didn't have ownership of that at any point, but he was getting a lot of money, like almost like $60 million a year at one point. So you see him go to De Leon is when you see him have some issues. And these people have really strong relationships. Don't think that the civil case doesn't turn into a criminal case faster because he's making them uncomfortable. That's a big part of it. The spirits business it's not governed. They got a discus board that they created, right? If you got 2 companies that are $3 billion a year, and Beam Centauria and Diageo, the distribution level, it's very hard for you to get things to a point where you can do the right numbers. They incentivize the sales force by giving them box bonuses. And then when you sell a product, you get the bonuses off the boxes that's there. But you make that no matter what product you're selling. So if you sell Hennessy or Remy out the gate, they start to put downward pressure on the new companies.
And you know what's so crazy is, bro, that all these stories has been around the industry for a long time. All these industry people know that Diddy been acting like this and doing this. And yo, it's a lot of stories that goes around in this industry about not just him, other people. Jimmy Iovine. Ain't nobody talking about Jimmy Iovine. He got sexual charges and everything on him. But he got those publicists that's keeping it out off of CNN, is keeping it off the major news reports. Nobody's talking about that. This is something that goes on, man, that they're gonna push up under the rug, and a few years later, Bad Boy 5, 6, 7, 8 will be out.
Your life is in danger because you know the secrets. Who's involved in that little secret room you guys participating in? So, you know they're gonna get you if they can. It's a little crazy how Puffy get booted out the alcohol business, and Jimmy Iovine steps in with Andre and Snoopy promoting it. It's never a good look when it comes to culture of hip hop and for our community, of our people. I turn myself in. Sometimes you gotta face the music. That's most of the time. I'm gonna give you some real advice. 2 quick things. You gotta make a decision. When you go to prison, either you're gonna be standing up pissing or squatting, sitting down pissing. I advise you to try to take the first one, because if you're squatting, pissing on the seat, you know what that means. Oh yeah, by the way, do not do your time going by Brother Love. Brother Love is not a good code name for prison.
Happiness, victory, however you give it to us, we want to give you thanks for 2020. 2020 has been an incredible year. 2020 has been a great year. Please bless us that in 2021, we're not the same that we was in 2020, that we have excelled, that we have gone to a higher frequency, a higher level of consciousness, a higher level of kindness, a higher level of self-love, to eat the right things and to take care of ourselves, a higher level of self-love, especially for anybody, but for my people, Black people. Please bless them to love themselves enough to start fighting back in any way, because nobody should be oppressed like this. Nobody should be treated like this. And God, I know that you know, and God, give us the courage in 2021, if anybody's being oppressed, to be able to destroy their oppressor. And God, 2020 was something. 2021, we pray. We pray it's better than 2020.
You put my bag I like when you like this, Daddy.
Yeah, when you put my bag
Daddy, I like when you scrambling and scraping.
No, I got
like that.
Okay, so. But that's not a diss. Meek likes being brought up in that song. I don't know why you lowering his thing. You think you're doing him a favor. He's very, very happy being mentioned. I'm pretty sure.
I am crazy. Pray for the young people. You know what this is. It's not a game. And please understand very clearly, there is zero woosah moments, me talking about situations for over more than a decade and a half, and then all of a sudden everybody woke up like, whoa, yo, we thought you were crazy. Yeah, I am crazy. I'm crazy to tell a mother on 3 forms of public transportation across a bridge to get to work to support me that, hey, I may have to pass on these opportunities for scholarships because I'm going to write a song and we're going to eat for the rest of our lives. That's crazy. But what I am not is a liar. That I'm not. All I did was give the science. I was ignored, laughed at, ridiculed, things of that nature. But that's okay. My God is so much bigger that my God got me. And I got you.
I'm missing her. Yeah. Gord's here. Ethan's I'm missing her. Yeah. Gord's here. Ethan's
So who was with you this weekend? A bunch of my friends. Diddy, Quincy, Justin Bieber,
So far,
French
so good.
Montana.
Do you even know half the people you're naming?
No. If
Good.
you were seriously dating somebody, would you tell Chloe?
No.
We have to get these margaritas
Chloe,
out of here.
you
Why
are
don't you
great.
Yeah,
From
last night. She didn't go to bed.
I haven't been to bed yet.
You haven't? I
know.
want to be Chloe when I grow up, Court.
Oh, you're just so little.
Like my balls are just going.
I got on a plane at 5:30 a.m. Well, this party. I think half the people there were butt naked. You would have loved it.
Well, we met Chloe's new, crew of friends. No. Well, kind of. You did?
Yeah.
Stop it. We met Chloe's new crew of friends.
And all I said was yes.
Stop
and then
talking.
I stopped. All I said was yes.
You know why Puff's parties are so cool, man? Because you can't get into the party. It doesn't matter what the is going on in the party. Nothing cool is going on in the party. It's a party. But you can't, for some fucking reason, at his party, you can't get into his party. So now what do you want to do? Get into that man's party and see what the fuck all the hubbub's about. So right now, I have a do not fucking enter sign on Machine Gun Kelly.
Happy Sunday, everybody. Woke up this morning with a prayer in my heart that I want to share with you guys for us. So if y'all don't mind, just pray with me if you want to. God, please bless everybody in the sound of my voice. Please bless their health. Please bless their hearts, but most importantly, bless their mindsets. The mind is a dangerous thing. God, protect us from our mind, talking us out of our powers of manifesting anything that we want if we believe in you, even if it's not there, even if it looks like it's not going to come. God, please bless everyone's mind and know that you will always show up and you will show up on time. God, please bless everyone that has had a rough year. But bless us for the good days, the bad days, the days that we have experienced death, the days we've experienced life, loss,
stating that what he is accused of doing is nothing new in the world of famous entertainers. He argued that flying women out for parties or intimate gatherings is a common practice among celebrities and should not be considered illegal. Boozy questioned whether it is fair to label women who willingly participate in these experiences as prostitutes, suggesting that if that were the case, then many women would fall under that category. He expressed concerns about the
Diddy had been trying to get to Bieber for a minute, and his management was backing him off. But it wasn't until Usher took over management and had guardianship and gave temporary guardianship to the diddler for 48 hours. Think about that. He had already been to the hospital. That situation that Gene was talking about. And you still took Bieber there. But you got custody of him first.
Yeah.
Diddy had already tried. They wouldn't let him. Actually, someone made reference to the fact that Diddy trying to get at Bieber the way he was trying to get at Bieber was looking a little predatory. And then Usher came in and discovered it and managed him and got custody of him and promised to look after him. And then he sent him to the diddler. Does that sound like a good guy?
It's horrible. It's horrible.
Does that sound like a good guy? Now that we know what Diddy's really like. They're not seeing what the intentions was in his heart when he took Justin Bieber there.
Oh.
Let's be honest. He took Justin Bieber there.
Whatever Justin is doing, I'm not going to show it out of just respect for the fact that I truly believe that Justin Bieber is a victim. But whatever he is doing in this video with Trey Songz and Odell Beckham Jr. looks highly suspicious. I can show you a still from that video because I think the relevant part is Justin Bieber is not sober. He is clearly very heavily under the influence at this party. And so what I want to say to Justin Bieber and to everybody that's following the situation is that Justin Bieber is a victim. I was horrified when I saw this, not because of the idea that Justin Bieber would be engaged in these sorts of things at these parties, but because I understood that this was a kid who was intentionally targeted by Diddy, as the videos show, told that he wants to party with him. Justin Bieber didn't do that to himself. Like I said, Justin Bieber was, in my view, a child victim. And as these videos are circulating on the internet, I want to make sure people remember that and give him the grace as someone who has somehow survived this, turned to family, turned to faith, and is still very much struggling with all of this. For people to give him the grace and the courage and the prayers to hopefully one day find within himself the strength to speak out about what happened. Anyways, it seems to be that it is all falling down in Hollywood. We will continue to monitor that story, but I do encourage everybody to pray for Justin Bieber.